That was a lot of fun, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. And those hills.
Yeah. Which way you want to go? How about that way? 1.6. Yeah. We're about to wrap it up.
1.6 miles to go.
Let me get your picture by the sign. Get your special pose now. That girl thing.
Your picture?
Oh yeah, if you want to. That's. Looks like there's a little fire there.
Yeah, you get this pose too.
It's a hiker pose. Thank you. All right, well, we'll just roll on down this way, I guess. Mark is not far behind us. Like I said, maybe a mile or so. I don't know about Tom and Colby, but I think they're fine. This is a lot easier hike today, you know, compared to especially yesterday.
Yeah, because we will get done very soon.
Yeah. It's a great feeling when you're finished and in your car and driving home. I get this euphoric high for, you know, the longest time. I'm like, why do I feel so good?
True, yeah.
You too?
Yeah. Yeah, I think it elevates my mood.
Yeah. I've heard, you know, only thing I know about health is from like a pedestrian level. You know, I learned it from YouTube and stuff, but I heard that just being outside for multiple days lowers your cortisone levels.
Yeah.
It forces them down, you know, somehow, you know, when you're looking at a computer or even inside your home or interacting with your television, you know, you're still at a level of stress or involvement or something. And when you get out here, you're just worried about getting to shelter, drinking your water, getting your food, and keep moving, you know. All those thoughts and, you know, energy changes.
Yeah, and you kind of start racing early too, because yesterday we go in the tent at 7:30.
Yes. Yeah.
And then it becomes dark and you just naturally.
That's almost my regular schedule.
Yeah.
I go to bed super early, but I'm up like at 4:30 every morning.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good habit.
Well, it didn't used to always be that way. You know, if I had kids or, you know, other responsibilities, I wouldn't be able to do that. But I get up, you know, early, and I try to get outside by 5:30 or 6 o'clock, you know, right before sunrise, and I walk at least an hour every day or 2 hours, you know, or I split it up and ride my bike for an hour and walk for an hour every day. And I do push-ups, pull-ups. I'm getting into gym rings, you know, and building more of my range of motion and flexibility. You know, as I get older, I'm trying to set my body up, not so much to be a bodybuilder, but to have like core strength. And, you know, like working on gymnastics rings are awesome. But I hurt myself with tennis elbow somehow, but, you know, so I'm excited to get back to that this summer, and riding bikes with Carl and this other guy, you know, road bikes. And so, yeah, I've got so many fun things I'm trying to do. I mean, that's kind of where I am right now. I'm just trying to set myself up for retirement and, you know, and have the body to do the things that I want to do, you know, and enjoy it. I mean, if you don't have your health, you have nothing.
Yeah. Yeah, you have to go for it.
Yeah. My older brother, died at 58
Yeah.
from diabetes.
Yeah.
You know, he he had no regard for his health at all. And it was a long, drawn out, process. He was sick for at least 15 years. Amputations, everything. It was terrible. And he was 58.
Yeah, that's yeah. Life is short.
Yes.
But that's enjoy it while you can.
Yes. And that's why I'm trying to, do things like this. I feel exactly the way you do, and trying to change everything that I do, even the way I engage people, to kind of decompress out of that corporate sales life, where I was trained to, take people, get them on contract and, lead them around and all that. And it was a super competitive business where everyone's shoving everyone.
Yeah.
And, you can never let your guard down. You have to be on all the time. And, you build up like a barrier against people. You get short with people, you judge people, you're not your best self when you're under pressure like that. And, I'm just trying to find a higher way to move through life effortlessly, without getting angry at stoplights or people, giving everyone the right to exist. I don't have to be mad at you because you're doing something, or, try to be more forgiving, just trying to dial myself in, And, the fitness plays a big part of that. As I, was saying before, this is where I work a lot of my issues and how I deal with people and, get myself back in the cage,
Yes,
I
I think that's what it is.
Is that you too?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you, you're a very interesting and accomplished person. I mean, I know very few people like you. So I just want to sit and listen to you talk all the time, really, and just keep my own mouth shut. But,